What's up guys, it's Nick, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at a passage from the Gospel of Mark and examining a statement Jesus made in regards to his divine nature as the Son of God. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, the passage we will be looking at today is Mark 14, 60 through 64, and the quick context of this passage is that Jesus had just been arrested by the religious leaders, and he is before the high priest, and Jesus is being accused of breaking the Mosaic law. The religious leaders' goal was to get Jesus killed because in previous chapters, Jesus was making himself out to be God. Okay, so knowing the context, let's read Mark 14, verses 60 through 64, which read, "And then the high priest stood up and came forward and questioned Jesus, saying, 'Do you not offer any answer for what these men are testifying against you?' But he kept silent and did not offer any answer. Again, the high priest was questioning him and said to him, 'Are you the Christ, the Son of the Blessed One?' And Jesus said, 'I am. And you shall see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of power and coming with the clouds of heaven.' Tearing his clothes, the high priest said, 'What further need do we have of witnesses? You have heard the blasphemy. How does it seem to you?' And they all condemned him as deserving of death." Okay, so there are many indicators and explicit claims to divinity in this passage, so let's go through them one by one. The first part is when the high priest asks Jesus if he's the Christ or Messiah, the Son of the Blessed One. Now let's pause there for a second. If you are familiar with my channel or are just familiar with the Testament in general, you would know that the Messiah is said to be God in the Old Testament. Also notice how the high priest associates the Messiah to be the same person as the Son of God. Now, even the Jews back then were familiar that the Old Testament taught that God had a son and how he was the Messiah. But anyways, Jesus responds by saying, I am the Messiah, I am the Son of God. Boom, right there. Jesus just admitted to not only being God, but the divine person of the Son/Messiah. But that's not all. Let's look at how Jesus finishes his sentence by saying, I am, and you shall see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of power and coming with the clouds of heaven. Now, the second half of Jesus' sentence is a claim to divinity in itself, and here's why. Again, if you're familiar with the New Testament, you would know that Jesus refers to himself in the third person as the Son of Man throughout all the Gospels. And without getting into the Old Testament individual who Jesus is claiming to be, Jesus says himself that he is going to sit at the right hand of God and come with the clouds of heaven. Jesus saying that he will sit not only in the presence of God, but at his right hand is crazy because no mere man casually sits in the presence of God. I mean, try to think of a time in the Bible where a mere man sat in the presence of God. You can't, because there's no occurrence of that whatsoever, because no mere man would sit in the presence of God. But also, the second half of that claim where Jesus says that he will come with the clouds of heaven is a claim to divinity because in the Old Testament, God alone has the divine prerogative of riding the clouds of heaven. So knowing the weight of what Jesus said in regards to his own divinity, we see that the religious leaders acknowledge that Jesus was claiming to be God because they say, "You have heard blasphemy." And then the passage ends with everyone, including the high priest, agreeing that Jesus broke the Mosaic law by committing blasphemy. And then in that, by breaking the Mosaic law, Jesus was deserving of death, he was crucified, put into the tomb, and then resurrected 3 days later to prove that he was God. But that's all I have today for this passage in the Gospel of Mark. Even though much more could be said, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this blesses your life and your faith in the divine Son of God, Jesus Christ. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.